Who knew? Who knew portaging would be such a pain in the ass? Who knew portaging wasn't a nice, flat trail all the way along? No, it wasn't like this. It was up and down and around and over and out and this way and that way. And
take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yeah.
Don't talk back.
Another trip. Oh, memories are just flowing back now. So another trip we went on, Brett and I, and a couple buddies. We went to Algonquin, up to Kiosk? Kiosk? I don't know what you want to call it. We call it Kiosk. But we did I think it was a four-day trip. Backcountry, and that was our first that was my first time in Algonquin Park, and I think it was my friends, it might have been their first time too, I can't remember. But of course we went up to one of the furthest northern parts of Algonquin, and I'm glad we did, because it was just that first time in Algonquin, especially up in that northern region of the park. It's unexplainable. You get off the highway and you're driving through all these old logging roads and that to get to the put-in area at the lake there. But yeah, once it opens up to see the water, I mean, your heart just starts pounding. I'd like to go back there again too. That's a beautiful area up there. But that was our first time going, and like I say, we were in our early 20s, probably 21, 22 again. I'm not sure it was the same year as we went to the Bruce Trail or not. It might have been the same year or the year after. I can't really remember, but I know I still have the notes at home. Jeez, nice. I still have our notes at home, our route we took. I think the proposed route we're supposed to take. I have that at home still. So we went on this. I think it's going to be a 5-day canoe trip. But I think we shortened it to 4, if my memory serves me correctly. We were kind of beat at the end there, I think. But so it ended up we taking 2 canoes. I drove with Brent, and my friends had a pickup truck with a trailer, and put the 2 canoes on the trailer. Come to think of it, we really didn't need the trailer. They could put the canoes in the truck, big pickup truck, but whatever. Anyway, the trailer was old and rickety. That's another story for another day. So we went up, 4 guys, 2 canoes. Had this big grandiose plan of how far we could go in a day and all this stuff. It was great. We were going to be, adventurers, like crazy adventurers. Well, we were crazy, all right. So it ended up being, so the canoes, oh, beautiful. We had beautiful Kevlar, 35, 40-pound canoes, very easy. Oh my gosh, our backpacks were so light. We had everything planned perfectly. No, we didn't. We had a Coleman canoe, which, I don't know, 80 pounds? Oh my word. My friends had a canoe that had holes in it that was leaking. It was a fiberglass canoe, I believe. Yeah, it's a fiberglass canoe. But it had patchwork on it, and they found out once they got it in the water that, hey, there's some leaks in here. And we're gonna go for 4 or 5 days. Oh well, who cares? What could happen? Our backpacks. The backpack I had, oh my gosh, it had to be over 50 pounds. It was a canoe pack, but it was full. And each one of us, brought our own stuff. We didn't like share things really, because we just brought our own stuff. And instead of sharing pots and pans and taking one set or something like that, we took 4 sets of pots and pans. Oh hell, we went to Novak's in London, Ontario. If you remember Novak's, it was a camping store, and that it had a lot of outdoor equipment, and geez, we had a shopping spree there. And we're also like just camping supply stores, and we had fun. Oh yeah, getting ready for the trip was probably the best part of it. But the planning aspect wasn't really up to par. We thought we had, we could do so many kilometers a day, and well, that was our first time really going on a canoe trip like that. And who knew? Who knew portaging would be such a pain in the ass? Who knew portaging wasn't a nice, flat trail all the way along? No, it wasn't like this. It was up and down and around and over and out and this way and that way, and carrying canoes and backpacks, and oh my lord, there's a lot going on here. But you know what? You learn a lot in the first portage. You do. You learn almost everything you need to know in that first portage. How stupid you are to bring what you're bringing. First of all. Oh, yeah. But the trip in general was really fun. The sights, the scenery. I counted 14 moose. I saw 14 moose that trip. With the big one right at the end, the big bull moose right at the end. And you can't replace those memories. It was special. I mean, we struggled at areas. I remember getting onto, so in Algonquin, of course, you can't book sites. You have to book the lake you're going to stay on. If you can't book a specific site, you have to find a campsite that is not occupied. And of course, as the day progresses and the day goes on, you're likely not going to get a great campsite, and you're not going to get one that's really close to the portage area. So I don't know if it was the first day or the second day at our campsite. I can't remember if it's the first night or the second night. Either way, it was getting dark. Now we went in, I think this was end of July, maybe the first week of August sometime. So, the sun goes down probably around, 9 o'clock at night or so in the summertime here. So, but it was starting to get kind of late and kind of dark. That's how long we were out. It might have been the first day, because we had to travel, 5.5 hours or so to get up there. By the time we got in the lake and did our fun portages, yeah, you know what? It might have been the first night. And it was getting dark. So it was probably around 8 o'clock or so. And we were still trying to find out. We get into this lake here. I don't know what the name of it was, but I have to find out. Here comes the wind here. I gotta get back in here. Okay, so I gotta start heading back anyway. But yeah, we got to this campsite at it was dark. It was getting dark. It wasn't dark, but it was going down pretty fast, and we were getting kind of nervous. So I think the lake probably, I don't know, had maybe 6 or 8 sites on it. And of course, we come out of the portage on the one end of the lake, and every campsite is full. People have had supper already. You know, they're watching these idiots hiding like madmen. Come on, let's go. We have so of course the site we get is pretty much right at the end of the lake where the portage is for the morning to get out of that lake. Oh my lord. So here we are, you know, pitching our tents. Of course, I think every one of us had their own tent. I can't remember. Maybe we did. I think we each all had their own tents. We weren't too bright about doing stuff like that. So we're pitching our tents in darkness, trying to eat, and then we did stupid things like, you know, I think Brent and I put our food away from the tents. I don't know if we put them where the trees or not. I can't remember. I don't think we strung them. Whoa, that's ice here. I don't think we strung them up. But when we at least put them away from our tents, you know, because we're not that stupid. We're stupid, but not that stupid. But one of my friends, he put his backpack with his food in his tent with him. He could have been. Anyway, so we finally get our tents, get to bed, and I don't know what time of night it was, but all I heard was like, and you know, when you're out camping in the backcountry or anywhere, actually, everything's so quiet, and even a little mouse sounds like a big bear coming towards you at night. But I think it was probably a moose or something. It was, you could hear it, like, you know, going through branches, you know, like, you could hear it, like, hitting branches and breaking things and snapping off and, you know, clomping through the woods. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking when it's your first time out in the backcountry. I don't care what age you are. It was a bit nerve-wracking, but nothing really happened. We all survived. Like I said, it's probably a moose. It sounded big. It didn't growl or anything like that. So, and who knows how far away it was. It might have come through that trail, because there's a, you know, trail leading to the Thunderbox. It may have come down that trail, and maybe it was going to go to the water or something, but we didn't get attacked or anything. But the rest of the trip was fun. It was really fun. There was times when some of those portages were like, how many more we got to do? The last day, and in the middle of the trip, it goes, everything's fine. You see lots of moose, beautiful scenery, gorgeous weather. I don't think it rained at all that trip at all. No, it didn't rain at all. It's a good thing it didn't, because I doubt we were prepared even for a drop of rain back then. But the last trip, the last day, the last portage, we're like, oh, we can see the lake. We just like across that lake, and we're back to our cars, and we can start packing up and heading home. And well, so Brent and I were the first to get out, or get back into the canoes. Put our canoes in the stream right beside the portage. And it's, I don't know, the stream is probably, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 feet wide, I guess. Maybe it opens up into the lake. So we get in. The minute we get in and situated, get our paddles in the water and just start to go forward. And all of a sudden, oh look, there's a moose coming out of the woods on the other side into the stream. Big bull moose. So he clumps out of the woods, and into the stream ahead of us. Probably, I would say no more than 20 feet ahead of me. Here, I'm in the front of the canoe, sitting down in the canoe, looking up, like moose are big when you see them standing up, like when you're standing up and you see them, but when you're sitting in the canoe down like this and looking up and going, oh my god. And that moose, like, it's the last day, and we had a fun-filled trip, very exhausting. We just wanted to get back to our cars and start heading home. It's gonna be like a 6-hour trip home, drive home. So I'll be shaking here a little bit, but nature calls, sort of. And this moose comes out and stands in front of us for probably 20 minutes or so, maybe a little longer than that even. We were there for a while, and he was taking a sweet moose time, and eating some vegetation out of the stream that we were in. Didn't even care that we were there. Unbelievable. So, like I say, we're there for like 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, just waiting for this moose to vamoose. Waiting for this moose to vamoose. Get out of the way. And sorry about the wind here. I'm not sure if you're going to hear me or not. The wind's going to be crazy. So we're waiting for this moose to get out of the way. By the time he starts to move, we look back behind us, and there's like, there had to be like 5 or 6 canoes behind us, all in line waiting. So we're slowly being pushed forward with me in the front towards this moose. Like, everybody's like, come on moose, come on, like kind of splashing their paddles in the water and trying to get his attention. And like, I'm in the front of this canoe, like way down here, looking up at this, and I'm getting closer to this moose. I'm like, no, can we just wait? I will wait as long as this moose wants to stay there. Like, that's enough. But this on the road, everybody's like, everybody's waiting to go home, right? So they're on lines, all waiting. So eventually, he just, turn around and go, hey you guys, I guess I'm gonna go now. So he gets out, gets up on the shore and clomps away. And it's like, but it wasn't frightening, but it was kind of like nerve-wracking a little bit. But what a great experience to see a moose that close, just going about his life, not being afraid of you, just doing his thing. Crazy trip, crazy memories. So hopefully this year we'll get out, create some new memories, and have some fun on some videos and some trips, make some good videos. Some ice. I'm sure I'll do some stupid things this year. Like, why not? Why do anything sane, really? That's what I want to do. Let's make some good memories this year. Coming up. Hopefully starting in 6 weeks. Hopefully. Last year I was out. I checked back on my video. And I was out, I think, on April the 8th. It was 21 degrees that day. Not really not really typical of April. It's more like a May thing. Mid-May actually. I think last year though we had a really warm April, and let's hope for that this year too. So I can be out here in 6 weeks. Out here in 6 weeks for my first video of the year. Hopefully, we'll see. See what happens. What 6 weeks? 6 weeks? Maybe 7 weeks. Maybe 7? 8. 8 weeks. I have a terrible time with math at the moment. So pretty much 8 weeks I would say, not 6. Let's go 8. But 6 if the weather does turn really warm all of a sudden, but it doesn't think so. But usually first 2 weeks of April I can probably be out here. My mouth is freezing. I can not really talk. It is still 6 or 7 degrees out, but the sun is going behind some clouds and it is getting chilly. So I hope you enjoyed my little talk for the day. I wasn't anticipating doing this. I was just out and thought, I might as well bring out my phone and take some pictures. Oh, might as well turn on the bomb dog poop. Might as well video some of this too, and I might as well talk. So I started talking and videoing, recording, and now it's a video. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. There we go. That is going to be filled to the brim with water in less than a month and a half. Once we get through February here, usually it's March is the thawing point with a a bit of snowstorms here and there, but they don't really last too long or don't stay around too long. March is usually the month that we start to see a big change in the weather, and April showers are coming. So anyway, thanks for joining me again. If you're in the winter area like me, you can't get paddling, you at least get out, take a walk, hike a little bit, enjoy the winter a little bit, and we'll see you in a few weeks, month and a half, whatever, and hopefully I'll be on the water. I'll start here and we'll go to a few other places this spring and the summer. It's really just right around the corner. So thanks for joining me on this little talk, little chat. Okay, I'll have to do this again sometime. So as we get closer to the paddling season. Thanks everyone. Have yourself a great day, great week, and wait for the spring. It's coming soon. Okay, take care everyone. Get out there. And get lost. Come on, get lost. Are you still there? Just get lost. Get lost.